latest presentation of our NBA basketball. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It's Western Conference versus Eastern Conference here in Dallas, Texas, where the Mavericks will try to protect home court.
Oh, Mr. Towns can hurt you from anywhere, and that includes putting it on your head.
And one thing among many, Doors, that's so impressive about Jalen Brunson, the way he goes to work in the paint. Wow.
Kevin, at his size, you have got to be crafty. You've got to have great footwork and great patience.
You got to be kidding me.
You've got to be willing to work in a crowd. What he does is really impressive. Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
In the corner, it's Gafford. Screen by Gafford. Pass to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
Well, Daniel Gafford has carved out, Doris, a role in this league with his hustle, his intensity, and his rim projection.
All of those things you just mentioned, Kevin, are skills. He plays hard on both ends. Gafford can defend the paint. He's going to crash the glass. He's going to run the floor. Listen, figure out how you can fit and do your job.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the inside. Anunoby, good.
I'll tell you, it's 6'8" with elite athleticism. Good luck checking OG Anunoby on the interior.
Down low. Here's Gafford. Knicks with the rebound. Up top, Anunoby. Oh, good with the triple. Now the Mavericks with it. And Gafford throws it down.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. Misses the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Gafford. Now, here's Washington. Off target with his 3. Brunson with it. Picked up by Thompson. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Coach Jason Kidd. Now, I spoke to him about the plan for Karl Anthony Towns now. Coach said, we know Cat has size and power, so we're hoping we can match him there. We don't want to make ourselves soft targets for him. We can expect it to be intense and physical down on the block. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And the rejection by Gafford. Pass to Davis. Sinks that one from the post.
And that's a shot Davis will make 10 out of 10 times. He's just so strong inside.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Hart, that's good.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot.
Yeah, that's next level stuff from AD. He draws the eyes of the defense and then locates the open man.
That's the difference.
Here's Exum. .58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Marshall. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
Well, Exum's size and speed make him a tough cover, and especially in these pick and rolls as a passer.
Pass to Hart. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Now, here's Marshall. And it's Exum in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Here's Tucker. New York missing again. Dallas leading by 3. Inside. And it's Dallas with another.
Well, this is where Dwight Powell is in his element. All of those physical abilities coming to bear on the interior. Nicely done.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
Put them closer.
Here's Hart. No good on the last second attempt there. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll get going. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Pass to Marshall. Back to Exum. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trailed by 3. Stolen by Exum. Pass to Christie. Dallas moving the ball around. There's a screen. And here's Thompson. Here's Marshall. 5 to shoot. Now here's Powell. Can't nail the jumper. Now here's Achua. Fires the 3. Exum pulls it in.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future. Boy, Dwight Powell is such a hard-playing, athletic big man. He could fit himself into any scheme right now.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Dinwiddie right side. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Back to Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Now that's Karl Anthony Towns at his absolute best. The shot making incredible from every spot on the floor.
Powell, that's good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. P.J. can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Dallas. Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Out to Brunson. There's Brunson from deep.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
To the middle. Pass to Christie. Dinwiddie outside. In the corner, Powell with it. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. On the wing, Bridges. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Christie. The three-pointer is right on target. Christie's got his first 3 points of the game.
No defender within 5 feet of him, just inviting him to shoot the three. That's a dangerous proposition.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Dinwiddie with it. Still without a basket. To the paint. Here's Washington. It's tipped. They get it back. Goes back up. 6 on the shot clock. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
New York missing again. To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Washington. The Knicks making a switch here.
Josh Hart. Mikal Bridges.
Here's Brunson. 10 points for him. Outside, Towns. Dinwiddie outside. Out left to the wing. And here is Powell. Over Hart. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Mavericks lead by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Okay.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Mavericks leading by 4. To the inside. Gafford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Josh Hart.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And a fun run by the Knicks in the playoffs. But Doris, horrible injury luck ended their season.
Kevin, borderline absurd bad luck for injuries. You think about it, Julius Randle goes down in the regular season. And then in the playoffs alone, Mitchell Robinson, OG Anunoby, and Bojan Bogdanovic all miss significant time. And who can forget Jalen Brunson getting hurt in that Game 7? Almost unreal bad luck.
Just 5 on the clock. Back to Powell. Shoots over Anunoby. And they get it back. Now Williams. 6 to shoot. Screen by Gafford. And here's Marshall from the arc. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Marshall's got the lead up to 8 now for the Mavs. On deep, Brunson. Rebounded by Gafford.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Williams. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Dallas, they have shot 3 of 7 at the foul line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Shot clock at 6. Powell, no one around him. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Anunoby. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Mavericks leading by 7. Here's Davis. 7 points in the game. It's
Davis,
by
what the
Towns.
heck?
Over Williams. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Knicks trail by 7. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
Yeah, DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
Outside Williams. There's the pick. Pass to Christie. Gafford with the ball. Defended by Hart. Yes, that goes in.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
In the corner, it's Bridges. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Anunoby. And Gafford throws it down.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball.
Dallas moving the ball around. Screen by Gafford. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Williams next for 2. Knicks with the rebound. .36 seconds left in the third. Back to Towns. There's a good screen. Pass to Hart. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And that's 12 points for Josh Hart.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Here's Gafford. Count it. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
What are you doing, baby? What's that? Got something in your mouth. I don't know if it's, I think it's a shit. Fucking hell. Got me.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Dives for it. Stolen by Washington. Left side, Davis. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Second team foul.
That free throw, no good.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Taking 2 shots.
Maybe. And the second free throw, good. Poke loose. Runs in with a clean. Oh! He nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about
36.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. It's Payne with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. 7-point differential. Inside. Pass to McBride. Clock at 6. Here's Robinson. And Robinson throws it down.
Well, Mitchell Robinson knows who he is. A vertical spacer. What a pretty dunk.
Dinwiddie with it. Down low. Here's Lively. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie.
That is the essence of facilitating an offense. Spencer getting the job done as a passer.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Thompson in the corner. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
For the 3. McBride's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 10. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Thompson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, inside the painted area, Klay Thompson showing off a little bit of touch.
Pass to McBride. Payne gets a wide open look. They get it again. Back to McBride. Here's Beauchamp. That one's off. Still out of sync. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call a timeout. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle them up right away.
Sounds good.
Check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, let's summarize what Tom Thibodeau went over with his guys during the break. Now, he asked for one thing, intensity. He said, I need
By
you to
12
crank
to
it up
3
to
minutes.
11 out there. That's how we turn it around.
Half a good
Back to you guys.
finish.
Thanks, David. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. A different look for New York.
Substitution on the court.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Davis with the bucket.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
Powell for three, buries the long-range jumper.
Getting
18.
on both
This game
ends, and
feels
it shows
closer than
up
it is.
in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And now the Knicks on the break. Bridges, no one around him. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Davis in the corner. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Davis has got 5 points
10
now.
assists, no points.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Back to Dinwiddie. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Driving inside. And that one drops for him.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Powell for three. It's rebounded by Anunoby. On the wing, Bridges. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession for the Knicks.
Substitution on the court.
54 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on Cameron Payne. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Second team foul. Knicks substitution. Number 4.
To the middle.
Blocking foul called on Mitchell Robinson. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line.
The free throw drops for Powell. He's off on the second. New York with the ball. They trail by 16. And it's Brunson missing.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
And here's Davis for three. It's rebounded by New York. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's excellent awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Set your teammate up. We know you're a great scorer, Cat.
Inside. Here's Dinwiddie. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And the Mavericks lead by 16.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
I'm done for the day.
For answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go. And once they started to really pour.
Beat me in fast breaks. Michaela.
It's more popper.